Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Gutsy Gameplay Part 3. You remember in the last episodes, I made my way to the Undead Settlement. So, that is where I'm going to start out. Let's see, Leonhardt should already be gone. Don't think Hawkwood had anything to give to me, but I'm going to make sure.
At the foot of Lothric, it was used to transport if you've the...
Okay, you do not. Let's see, I had just finished getting my Dark Sigil up full, and my hollowing is appropriate. So, time to go to the land of dissected undead. Loading times. This is the area where I get my favorite covenant. So there is that. All the carrion birds. Things that I'll never use, but I like to pick up items. Corpse is important. Yeah, the reason why I roll into those guys sometimes is because you can stagger them. Fire bombs? Wonder what died. There should be some charcoal pine bundles. I'm not going to bother being summoned yet. I'd like to get through first before I decide to put my summon sign down. Because my normal runs will actually take me across that bridge right there. Reda's bone. Remember from previously, our friend Grey Rat wanted me to give a ring to a certain Loretta. And while that is most likely not part of her corpse, it does seem to be a flute, if I'm not mistaken. Is it the items? Over here. Old discolored human bone with several holes bored into it. A woman's corpse in the dead settlement was found clutching this bone. Her name was Loretta. See, I think of that as being a flute or a recorder myself. But, that could be references to old burial practices for all I know. Places where the undead are dissected. Why not ceremoniously too, I hear. I'm actually surprised right now.
Bastards curse.
I've never used it before, that's why I'm Evangel syrup. That's why I'm a little impressed by it. More Titanite. I can definitely use that. Keep forgetting I have this thing. Ah, that's right. Hold on. And specifically for moments like this where I want to get something's attention. You gonna come and get me, buddy? Oh, so I want to be a thrall hood. Before I go and grab something else, I want to go grab something that I find rather important, personally. Down this hole right here. I didn't take any damage from that. There is my favorite covenant. An ancient talisman depicting a holy symbol bestowed upon the warriors of sunlight. Brilliantly beaming cooperators. Cooperation in this game is based upon the summon sign, as we previously showed. The threshold for being summoned by non-password individuals is 10 soul levels, if I'm not mistaken. The Warrior of Sunlight medal, when equipped, gives you an extra 5 soul levels up or down. So it becomes a 15 soul level difference that you can co-op with. I may as well go open this door, although I'm not going to be using it for long. I'm going to be talking to a interesting individual. Fine with you hitting me, you don't do a lot of damage. Really, I did not kill you with that. Oh, don't tell me we've got that thing going on. There we go. Loaded. You are dead. Good. Ambush! Crappy ambush. Oh, more firebombs than I remembered. Yeah, might as well. What do I... Yeah, I'll go ahead and talk to my friend down here with his riddle, his poem.
Another Nana disappeared. The Grunton carries a cage. He ever has his cage. And Nana's never coming back. So come into the cage and become Nana's shade.
Creepy guys, creepy. He said he is a non-essential NPC. A strange NPC. Don't know anything that's connected to him. But he's making what seems to be a reference to the Mound Makers with this little sing-song poem, which I'll be doing with the Mound Makers shortly. Because this guy is not aggressive. If you haven't defeated the optional boss in the settlement, you can get a covenant. And so he just walks away. Truthfully, I should probably be dead from that. Welcome to the Pit of Hollows. Where I will meet an individual. An odd one. Named Hodrick.
Well, what's up? This pit is for hollows, not for the likes of you sane folk. Or perhaps you are a hollow, posing as otherwise?
Now, if you tell him no, I think he'll attack you. So, I'm just gonna say indeed, and go ahead and get the Covenant item.
Oh, yes, then we are just fine. It's important to know who you are, but we'll all be mad soon enough. And should you be undead, well, all the more so. Beware, the shackles of the gods are fragile. You might need this. Etch it on your heart if you feel your sanity slipping. Come here to pile up your victims, for that will form your anchor. You'll see when you go mad. They'll be your family.
Yep. Extremely rare greatsword, because you have to actually farm that thing, unless somebody sells it, but I've never seen it in my runs. Also, that shield is only possible to gain by completing a quest line. You know what? I'm not going to do that yet. I'll leave that for when I defeat the Greatwood. Says it's lagging. I wonder why. Oh well. And back to normal. I don't even have it set to the highest setting, though. Alright. Homeward boning to a bonfire resets everything. And... you know what? My sign down. Might as well. Going for vitality. They're all axe. Not a bad weapon. It probably has quick step on it. Yep. back through here. So, what am I doing on here? On bolts. Alright. I'm doing okay on bolts. Behind me. Oh, hyper armor. I'll have better iframes. Iframes. Yeah, right. If only hyper armor gave you that. Ooh. Better hyper armor when I actually have a weapon that I would use for this build. The only time I know you can grab a flamberge is off of one of these guys. They're the only enemies I know to wield them other than Hodrick. Don't worry, Hodrick will indeed be a thing. Load. Not gonna bother with that anyway. Alright. So. That looks like it's dangerous. This is as well. Matter of fact, I can get these guys. A little further. If I can wait long enough and get the angle right, I can drop attack that one. As he is in my way. It's from the corner here. Starting a Titanite shard. Welcome to the cliff under Bonfire. I'm not going to bother resting at it. I have things I would like to accomplish. Now, over that way is where I will be going in the eventuality. The reason to go up here is to get rid of them, and also, because of that cage, there happens to be an individual in this cage.
Aha! Unkindled, are we? Welcome to my abode. I am Cornix, an old pyromancer, a crow in his cage, as you see now. But here we are, an encounter for the ages. I hear the unkindled make for fine vessels. Care to learn some pyromancies from this old man?
Probably not, but I prefer to have you in
Most
here.
wise. A chance encounter should not be squandered. To reiterate, I am Cornix of the Great Swamp. The pleasure is mine.
Alright. If I was going for pyromancy, that'd be different, but this build does not increase any of its stats. Flub that in a way. Right. Hey, big man. If you're nice, you can make this a lot less difficult. Like this. Thank you for being so kind. Ah, nice timing. The broadsword, the lesser cousin of the bastard sword. Wingman. Alright. Yo. What's going on? Oh, I forgot about you. summoned. Did he hear that fight? Yes, he did. He needs my help with any of that. Oops. Yay, moveset. Awesome. Minor modicum of health. Whale Squad 69, okay. Oh, there they are. How's it going? Nope. No, let's sit back. Because, I was having a decent fight. But that's okay. Not everybody has the same kind of dueling honor. No, you're fighting him now. Actually, yeah, go ahead and do this. I'm a big fan of honor when it comes to invaders. So, I am not to be bothered. That just means that there's nothing here to interfere. I see that, I see that. Go, wingman. Where are you? Better question. He's gonna have to Black Crystal me. That's all there is to it. Yep. Makes me wonder why you'd bother to summon. It's not very hard to get over there. Then again, souls are souls. now... this. And there it is also. Don't think I can get an angle good enough to shoot it down to the other side. Nope. Best I can do is go back down there. Not a bad thing, though. Reload. Remember to reload my crossbow. So used to using characters that have the dexterity that can use bows. The partisan. Item gang. I've actually had him try to climb up and fall off and die before. So, sometimes he's not very good at his job. There's the patrol. Where's the dog? I don't see either dog. Did it fall? Oh, there it was. That was a miss on both sides. Thought he'd hit me. I'll remember that. That's a little odd. The case this. Hairy cheese. I was hoping to shoot my mistake. For the sake of argument, I'm going to move that thing. I don't use it. My God. Don't use it unless I'm gonna aggro something over to me. Alright, so if you go down that way, because that actually leads down where I'm going to be later, the other direction from the burning tree goes that way. That's a shortcut to go from dilapidated bridge underneath the bonfire at Cliff Underside and come out down here. There is another area where I showed you the dog that fell that is accessible later. I'm going to preemptively help myself along by making friends with what is currently an enemy. Yeah, I gotta be careful with these. Because I don't like fighting them together. If I had a shield, I might. But I don't, so I won't. Oh, and he fell. Works for me. Again, surprising amount of damage. I can wield the Great Machete if I two-hand it. Huh. Freakish. And now, to speak with Egon, the protector of Irina. He could be an enemy. If you wanted to attack him, I wouldn't. He's wielding a weapon that takes 50 strength and 30 faith to even use one-handed, so...
Another one of those unkindled, are you? All you faceless undead, behaving as if you deserve respect. No matter. Heed my words. If you've any sense, you go find a coffin to huddle up inside. You, here, in this land of hollows. You're like a frail maiden on the front lines. If, like the others, you're fool enough to play the champion, then go on ahead. Traipse right past the abandoned church. You'll face death. And it won't be pretty. Enough death to leave you broken. Time after time. If, like the others, you'll then go on.
Ah, yes, like a moth fluttering towards a flame.
If, like the others, you'll then go on ahead. Hopeless. The whole lot of you. Like little moths flittering towards a flame.
And he's got a ward in there. I can only assume that he locked her in there. Why? I don't know. Her story is... It's not really complicated. It's unusual. Like so many others. And best NPC in the game? Siegward! My buddy, what's going on? Oh, Onion Man?
Oh, pardon me, I was absorbed in thought. I am Siegward of Katarina. To be honest, I'm in a bit of a pickle. Have you ever walked near a white birch only to be struck by a great arrow?
Nope.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, they come from this tower. Whoever it is, I'm sure I can talk some sense into them. But I have to find a way up. And that's just the trouble. This lift only goes down, you see, and, well, that doesn't get me anywhere. This lift, with a little warming up, eventually... No. I've got to use my head and think.
Siegward, you're so very like the character of number 1. Siegmeyer of Katarina. Same voice actor, too. I found it to be quite nice, actually. Although, I have to admit, I didn't play Dark Souls 1 until after I had finished playing this game. I started my Dark Souls career with DS2. Arguably the worst of the series. Combat is a bit slower. Of course, I haven't picked up the Skull or the First Sin version yet. I have it, I just haven't bothered to play it past
Who are you? I help anytime.
Alright. Now, this boy up here has been shooting down... Oh, well, there's the demon. Can I see? Aha! It's way over there. Right about where my finger is, actually. Get it angled right. Right about where my finger is, where my hand is there. That white tree. He fires his great bow at it. If somebody gets near it, I think is a reference to Go, at least to a degree from Dark Souls, because branch of white birch received from a giant, apparently as a token of friendship, becomes something that blends into the surroundings, consumed with use. Good friend, no hit. In Dark Souls 2, they were called fragrant branches of yore, and you could use them to remove petrification from NPCs and enemies. Now, that would open up various places to go and also other dialogue options. Because it's a fragrant branch of yore from Dark Souls 2, and he doesn't fire at you after you talk to him and get one, I have a theory that the giant is blind, and his sense of smell is disturbingly powerful, because he can smell the fragrant branch, and therefore doesn't fire at you. Incoming. Sigurd's audio cue. He winds up down here when he realizes that I went up instead of going down.
Oh, don't disappear like that. You had me downright worried. But thanks to you, an epiphany has struck me square in the head. I've unraveled the riddle of this inscrutable lift. On some days I begin to doubt myself. I'm not exactly sure what happened. Anyhow, do you see that? That humongous beast? I'm no coward and I've a steady hand, but that thing makes my skin crawl. How now? Think twice before you go down that road.
Come on, Sigurd. It's just a chaos demon. We told Polly, wipe the floor with us. But I think we can deal with it.
I could try talking some sense into him. No, I think not. He's far too overheated. I've got to use my head and think.
The simple fact that you said that without it being a joke makes it that much funnier. Alright, time to go piss off a demon.
Too late now. I, Sigurd of the Knights of Katarina, fight by your side.
Alright, well, one ultra and one greatsword. I mean, that thing goes down pretty quickly. You, Sigurd?
That was quite a performance, but you mustn't get in over your head. We unkindled must put our duties first. But, for the moment, we've a toast to make. To your valor, my sword, and our victory together. Long may the sun shine.
Long may the sun shine, old man.
Well, I'm going to have myself a little nap. The only thing to do, really, after a nice toast.
So many gestures, so little time. Such a happy man. This game's Solaire. Although Sigurd is not nearly as bad. Oh, Solaire was a madman. Honest and truly. Maybe I'll do that at a later date. After this playthrough. Go and play DS1 on the channel. much different feeling. Although the games are very similar in their speed. Design, though, something about Dark Souls 1 is so much bigger than this. It just seems that way. I remember going down to the Demon Ruins in Dark Souls 1, and that map is expansive looking. Maybe it's because it's open and empty, but it's just huge. So there's actually no way to get back up to where I was after dropping down from where Siegward was, so gotta go around. You're gonna be that way. Alright, there's a chest here, which I actually took forever to figure out because it's so freaking dark in here. But we have cage spiders. Cage spiders. These cage spiders do not drop until they are dropped. Put that chest in. And I prefer to have them fall out. Surely. There's a few human pine resins in here. Let me. Come on, honey. I have underestimated this weapon a lot. I really have. I keep saying that, but that's because this weapon keeps surprising me. With how strong it is. It's doing more damage than it says it should be. What it seems like. Oh, whatever. I'm not looking that gift horse in the mouth. Ah, Flynn's ring. The tale of Flynn is an old one. I don't know if he appears in Dark Souls 1 as a ring or item or anything. I know him from Dark Souls 2, where his ring does the same thing it does now. It increases your attack damage disproportionately to your item weight, to your equipment load, which is a upper right weight ratio. So the less equipment load you have, the better off your attack rating is. Sadly, the attack bonus is not that great. I went to do a Flynn build once, and it sadly didn't pan out. Oh, the Chloranthy ring. There's a ring that pretty much everybody will be pardon me. That pretty much everybody uses. Now for some sadness. The Mira vest. Anybody who played Dark Souls 2 knows of Lucatila Mira, an NPC from that game. She went to Drangleic to find her brother. Alaric? I want to say his name was Alaric, if he even had a name. Or if I saw that in a comic book. But her brother was a master swordsman in their native land of Mira. She supposedly could never defeat him. She wore that very garb. bugs. You bit me in the foot. Oh, no, you need to try and drop attack you now. Oh, let's see. There's an ember. I do not feel the need to go do that. I should probably go and level if I know what's good for me. Let's see. Are these guys still alive? No, okay, I killed them. Good. I don't like running back through this area. Must have killed everything. Not a complaint. I have one Estus, I should be alright. Killing enemies will sometimes yield Estus. Speak of the devil. By casting Gnaw. Matter of fact, why don't you go do it? Another evangelist room. Run into a worker set at this point. I think I'm missing is the worker pants. Being said, go back in here. Since I opened that door, should. Be able to use the soup. You find out later who brews that soup, matter of fact. Good old red eye. Ow. Read message. Is that something else? A brace of fading souls. What am I doing on Titanite? 3 total? I think like 5 after this. I think there's 2 in this area. I don't want to fight Holdrick at this point. Come on. I know where Gnaw is. Take care of that issue. Anything else? Awesome, awesome, awesome. Sorry about that, I just got an email. AdSense. My friend who swears by a version of that weapon. The notched whip. I mean, you're not going to get very far by casting at me. Can you come down here? No? Okay. I'll go up then. And to be quiet as a mouse. This is the backstab opportunities. Oh, look at Angel's trousers. If I get the mask and her gloves, I can do a cosplay. Well, that also need her mace. Which is a pretty good weapon, actually, as far as great hammers go. I hear a crystal lizard. I also hear a manservant behind me. Also, I have a few levels to utilize. So, from the bridge to fire. I think for future installments I'm going to have a timer set up somewhere nearby. Not really sure when I began the stream. I know it was shortly after my Facebook post. So about 55 minutes ago. Maybe 45 minutes. Oh, another 15 minutes. Play till about quarter till. Yeah, quarter till. Where did you go, honey? There you are. Let's see, before that though, that's just going to be the handmaiden helping me with that. Faster than cracking them. Still not as satisfying, but faster.
Ah, well met. 'Tis good to see ye in good health. What needs smithing this day?
My Estus flask, good sir. You've always been helpful with that.
Prithee, be careful. I don't want to see my work squandered.
Your work won't be squandered, Andre.
Ah, well met, Ashen One. How may I be of service?
You can buy some things from me. Matter of fact. Rubbish. I think Rubbish actually had a use in Dark Souls too. You could trade it to... Oh, what was their name? The crows near Majula in the starting area. I don't remember their names. I don't plan on selling anything I've got right now.
Ashen One.
Yeah, bring you more souls. What if I don't want to? I mean, to be fair, you're basically paying me souls, so... I need some bolts. I wonder if the rule of 3 is come up yet. Oh, that it has. Yeah, I can hear some people now saying, why don't you keep more weapons on you or upgrade multiples? I've never been fond of doing that for some reason. Ready.
Welcome home, Ashen One. Speak thine heart's desire. Very well, then touch the dark, take nourish.
Touch the darkness within me, take nourishment from these sovereignless souls. Okay, so now we're at the 20s mark.
Retreating
Well, that's actually the base number for most of my stats.
Farewell, Ashen, may the flame.
So, I don't have a lot of souls. Oh, to the bridge. To the bridge. That might be one of the best ways to figure out when this is gonna end. Is there anybody available? Not right now or not in this area. Am I actually embedded? Don't think I am. I'm not. My mistake. Huh. Well, here comes Hodrick. I am fine with. Come on, Hodrick. Stupid enough to keep trying to drink. Usually he's parry happy. A lot to say about that. Hodrick's pretty parry happy. When he's got his shield. He's being a little too aggressive, maybe. Double check. My password is off. Which it is. No. I have to go back and watch, figure out when I died. The problem with doing these every day instead of doing it serially or one really long stream. Yeah, that's kind of what he does. Is he shoots arrows. Kind of the equivalent of a new game of missiles. If I hadn't gone and made him my friend, I would also be a target for his barrage. But since I already did that, I am thankfully immune. Let's attack somebody else. That item is very useful. Undead Bone Shard. Take those back to the fire link. Bonfire to increase the potency of your Estus flasks. And I'm headed towards an item. Can you see him up there? You see him? He's right there. Right there. Here he comes. I was just thinking maybe if you dropped the Bumburge, I would use it. Arena's key. Well, the Mortician's ashes are from an individual who made their living off of a resident of the undead settlement who made a living burying corpses. With this, the shrine handmaid will prepare new items. He looks like he's clutching human pine resin, which is, funny enough, normally used used in the undead settlement for preservation and burials became maturing to this state, becoming a valuable substance used in a certain ceremony, often seen for trade at exorbitant prices. Yep, human body fluids mixed with charcoal pine resin. Delicious. Did he die from that? AoE? Yes, he did. Hello, friend. I wouldn't mind some help with this boss. But at the same time, the Great Wood is usually not that difficult. Usually being the key term. That's right. You don't see your face in this helmet, so... This shortcut goes back down towards the cathedral/church where the giant is. Noticing the flowers. I've been watching the Game Grumps play Bloodborne recently. I know it's an older playlist of theirs, but I'm starting to notice a lot of flowers in various parts of these games. It's interesting. Clear out some mooks. Shortly. That's what I was thinking. Secret to this. Soul of the Cursewater Greatwood, one of the twisted souls steeped in strength. Ever since its establishment, all manner of curses have managed to seep into the undead settlement. The worst of them were sealed away inside a spirit tree, but eventually the curses took their toll. 2 such curses can be found. This might look familiar from earlier, because our friend Hodrick was down here. Beneath the boss door, beneath the boss room. I actually left off getting that item because of it. Soul of the Rotted Greatwood can be transposed using the transposing kiln. 2 weapons. The Hollow Slayer Greatsword, which deals an extra 20% damage. against hollows, and also bears a striking resemblance to the weapon used by Lucatil of Mira in Dark Souls 2. Or you can use it for Arstor's Spear, which is a spear apparently covered in rotting meat and flesh that does quite a hefty amount of poison buildup, comparatively. I don't know how it stacks up against the Rotten Grew Spear, though. But I would assume, being that it's a boss weapon, it's mediocre. It's an unfortunate thing that happens with a lot of boss weapons in these games. The boss weapons are not really that great comparatively. Well, according to this, I should be just pummeling strength.
Welcome home, Ashen One. Speak thine heart's desire. Very well. Then
And you know what? I think that's what I'll do. Well, no wonder the friggin' thing hurts so much.
farewell, Ashen One. May the
flames guide thee. I'm gonna do a little prep work.
Ah,
Ah, yes, I need to give you this.
gracious. Passing fine ash thou'st given. Let this ash bestow nourishment. I only hope these new wares content thee.
Yep. That being said, I can't buy the key at the moment. I could sell the Siegbra. I really should be selling these though. The Siegbra I don't need, I'm gonna get more of them anyway. And that gives me the Grave Key, which is down where the rats were, near the dilapidated bridge bonfire in the shortcut area. Don't have a whole lot to buy bolts with, but I can get a few more. I need them.
Oh, hello, you're back. And in one piece.
Yeah. Life is nothing but sorrow, Grey Rat. At least for you. Sorry to say.
Heavens. She was already dead. Thank you. I'm not surprised, though. Almost a relief, really. You can keep the ring as, well, a little trinket of thanks, I suppose.
As he sounds like he's holding back a sob.
Goodbye. And stay safe. Oh, this place is a bore. What good is thievery if you've nowhere to go?
He does have a point. Oh, that being said, crossbow has full bolts. I can't upgrade any equipment anymore, except for my bone shard burn here. You'll see I changed it to a +1 Estus Flask. And yeah, I think that's gonna be it for the moment. Thank you very much for joining me for Gutsy Gameplay Part 3. Have a wonderful evening.